Greetings, Green Thumb Gardening family. Alain Unleashed back at you from right here at the Green Thumb Gardening channel, right here in the Grow Zone 8B in the city of Tifton, Georgia. And as fall has finally made its way here to our Grow Zone, we've seen a dramatic change in the weather patterns, the temperatures, etc., 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 here in our grow area. And with that being said, it's time for us to get out here and get our high tonal greenhouse prepared for the fall and winter months. Most of you guys and gals out there who've been following our channel for a while are aware of the fact that we have a 20-foot by 10-foot by 7-foot high tonal greenhouse manufactured by QuickTint. This is not an endorsement for QuickTint. However, during the past 3 years, the only issues we've developed with our greenhouse as far as workmanship goes is here just recently during this past summer here, our windows begin to fail here on our high tonal greenhouse. They're just the Velcro type windows. They just stick with Velcro, but they've begun to fail for us here. So what we're going to do is measure some plastic squares, come out here and we're going to take some duct tape and we tape plastic squares over all 8 of our windows. Here we have 4 windows on each side of our high tonal greenhouse. We have 2 doors, the front door and the rear door are still holding up well, and we have had no other issues with our high tonal greenhouse within the past, again, 3 years here at the Green Thumb Gardening channel. That being said, Green Thumb Gardening family, this is what we have been storing in our high tonal greenhouse during the spring and summer months here for easy access to when we're ready to pot up plants or fertilize our garden, etc., etc., etc. All the tools that we needed to do that, we were storing those in our greenhouse temporarily, as our greenhouse was empty of everything else as far as plants go. All of our plants are currently out front in our nursery or somewhere planted in our food forest out here. So at any rate, we didn't have need for space for plants in our greenhouse, so we stored the tools and fertilizers, etc., 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 that we use in our nursery and our high tonal greenhouse during the spring and summer months. But again, as we are expecting, have been experiencing already temperatures below 60 degrees, and we're expecting some temperatures in the mid to low 50s here this weekend and the days ahead. We're taking the liberty of coming out here and completely emptying out our greenhouse with all of the what we call it junk, but necessary stuff that we use to run our nursery with out of our greenhouse. We swept our greenhouse completely out, and this is what the inside of our high tonal greenhouse currently looks like right here, right now, Grow Zone 8B, and again, Tifton, Georgia. We're also taking the liberty of coming out here and laying down a pesticide barrier all the way around the perimeter of our high tonal greenhouse and along the joints where our landscaping fabric meet. Again, we swept our greenhouse out of all of the debris that had accumulated in here during the spring and summer and early fall days here at the Green Thumb Gardening channel. For those of you guys and gals out there who are new to our channel, we have 2 grow lights in our high tonal greenhouses located in our backyard behind our house in an area of full sun. So even though during the fall and winter months the sun is further away from the earth and we get less sunlight penetration, etc., 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 our greenhouse is still located in full sun, so it gets full sun all day during the fall and winter months. And we also have, again, 2 grow lights here and a circulation fan here in the middle of our greenhouse. We also employ the use of 2 small space heaters on the colder days. It does get really cold here at the Green Thumb Gardening channel. We actually get down in the mid to low 20s here sometimes during the winter in Grow Zone 8B here in Tifton, Georgia. So in preparation for that, we are going to go ahead and get our space heaters reconnected here. We're going to get our shelves put back in here, and we'll go ahead and get all of our more sensitive plants that just don't really hold up to huge weather changes in temperature and weather swings, etc., etc., etc. We'll go ahead and get our more sensitive plants in our high tonal greenhouse. And another thing we're going to have to actually go ahead and do is come down here to Pineapple Place, where we're currently growing these 9 now huge, or getting huge, Del Monte pineapple plants here. We're going to have to dig up each one of these individual pineapple plants, get them in pots, and get those pots in our high tonal greenhouse, because we would not be dealing with what we dealt with here this last season, where we had 3 huge pineapple plants. They all had pineapples on them. We planted those pineapple plants out here in the spring after our last predicted frost date. And as soon as we planted those pineapple plants out here, we had 3 back-to-back days of frost. We had weather at 25 degrees or below for 3 continuous days straight. It killed our pineapple plants, and that will not happen this year. So besides cleaning up our high tunnel greenhouse, we will get again some of our more sensitive plants dug up and potted up, or simply moved into our high tunnel greenhouse. At any rate, thanks for watching. And if indeed you currently are watching this video on fall and winter prep for our high tunnel greenhouse, and you're not already subscribed to the Green Thumb Gardening channel, please take a moment to press the subscribe button beneath this video, the like button, the notification button, and be sure, Green Thumb Gardening family, be sure to share this video with your friends and family as well. Yeah. Preparing early for fall and winter here at the Green Thumb Gardening channel. Grow Zone AB in Tifton, Georgia. Thanks for watching.